Here's an example of the build in action, okay? Take a look at this. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. Well, if you are a frequent viewer of this channel, you've seen this clip before. But this is an example of the build um, in the late game. It's crazy. It actually looks crazy. And I know what you're thinking. Like, oh, he's like fed and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. If you play like the normal Kraken Rageblade Terminus or Kraken Rageblade Nashers, it doesn't look like this. Okay, it just doesn't. Okay, what's up, YouTube? This is like take 15 because I can't do an intro for some reason. But I want to show you guys how to carry with this new Kai'Sa build. I think this, if you're looking for something fun to play before the next season, this build is it. It's super fun. It's super strong. Nobody plays it. And yeah, hopefully I can show you guys how I carry with it. And if you don't believe in the build, then at least you'll learn how to carry with Kai'Sa. But before I get into the video, I need to talk about today's sponsor, Leetify. You can recap your year on the Rift with Leetify. So the call to action is check out the link in the description to generate your free 2025 League recap. But basically, this is what it looks like. This is my recap here. I logged into Leetify, and it like goes over your stats and all your matches, and it tracks like your CS and stuff. So it's not just recap stuff, but this is the main thing. It says I spent 25 hours dead. Yeah. And then it gives, it has my win rate, my games, shows you, highest farm game, highest gold game, most kills game. And then my champion pool, of course, there's a lot of Caitlyn here, right? And it says I won my lane 58% of games. Hey, it's not bad. That's not bad. And then and it's just more stats here. Okay, so if you guys want to check out your free recap, click on the link in the description. And they also have a giveaway for free RP, 1380 RP per person. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put that in the description too. But anyways, let's get into the video. Okay, so in this game I'm playing with a Sona, which you all love and know, right? Everyone here loves playing with Sona, haha. And then I'm playing against Twitch Nami, a lot of people's nightmare, some kind of Twitch lane, and Rek'Sai, also some kind of nightmare. We're playing on red side as well. Rek'Sai is just gonna gank from behind. So basically, in this lane, we want to just survive. Survival is the name of the game, right? Because Sona can't really do anything until level 6. Maybe we can do like small trades and like heal up. But Nami and Twitch all like taking trades as well, right? Nami W and E is way stronger than Sona W and Q in the laning phase, and then they can also like bubble into like Twitch all in. So and not only that, but they have a Rek'Sai. So I'm like talking about Rek'Sai here. Sorry, I don't. There's some synergy with lethality and Kraken on hit. Oh yeah, I'm talking about the build. I'm trying to explain. I don't know why the build works so well, but it does. Okay, the build is crazy. So yeah, if you need some examples of what the build looks like, when you get there, that's what it looks like. So here you can see we're just trying to push, right? If you don't know, these range versus range matchups. Sorry, I'm pausing. These range versus range matchups, you really want to secure the push so you can find a favorable trade angles with your range minions, and or you deny them the opportunity to do what they want to do, which is for them, they want to trade aggressively, right? But they can't really do that easily if they're getting pushed in. So pushing is winning, okay? Is what if you don't know, in League of Legends, pushing equal winning pretty much most of the time. Now, why don't you just blindly push all the time? It's because you will die to the jungler if you do it incorrectly. Here you can see that I am trying to play around the Twitch W into E, but then he's just tanking my range creeps, so we're just fighting. I see that we have a barrier advantage now. Like, okay, they took a really poor trade. They like kind of forced it, and he's playing AP Twitch, and AP Twitch revolves around his W. So I saw him use his W here. I'm like, maybe I can like try something, but I don't want to die to Rek'Sai, right? Rek'Sai, oh, there he is. Rek'Sai is behind us. I think we can try and fight, but I'm probably just dead. So don't burn sums here. Yeah, that's just the problem with playing with a Sona who can't do anything early, and a Jace who also can't do anything early. You just kind of die. So we want to avoid this scenario by not taking insane trades early on to prevent Rek'Sai from finding a free gank. But if you're gonna die, you have to realize you're just dead. Okay, don't like waste your subs. I think it's an important distinction. It's a very big difference between dying to jungle gank and losing flash, and dying to jungle gank but still having flash, because it means that you can prevent the next gank. right? If you still have your sums, you still have outplay potential for the next gank. Anyways, come back to lane. We know that Twitch, Nami, they push Crash, go home. And then we also want to push, you know, we need this Sona. She wants to go home as well, right? So we want to crash this. If you're wondering why I don't slow push Crash, is because they're going to all-in us while Sona hasn't had a reset yet on our next wave, right? So we're just going to crash this. We're going to go ward. We're going to see what Nami's up to. Nami could be top here. Okay, Nami's mid. So then 1v1 Twitch here, right? So all this is going on. When all this is going on, you should be thinking, just like not even Kai'Sa specific, but ADC specific, you should just be thinking like, what's going on the map and what does that mean for me, right? So I know that Twitch and I are 1v1. I'm like, okay, maybe I can fight him for these minions. I'm trying to get him to use his W, right? See, he's using spells, right? And then now maybe I can look for a trade, but you know, he's behind his range creep, so it's not quite easy. But you see me walking up, maybe I can go for it. He's level 4, so I'm like, okay, it's not good anymore. And then, you know, we just relax, right? And if you're wondering why I'm not pushing here, I'm keeping the tension by just last hitting, right? So we both have to walk up for the minions. If you're not sure what to do, just last hit. It's okay. You can't really unpush a wave. You know what I'm saying? But now that both supports are in lane, you know, we're back to business as usual. You see Rek'Sai on the Gromp. This guy's trying to send it here. I think we can fight him. He just wasted his W, yeah? So we just all in him, right? We're looking for a fight here. I'm trying to proc my my passive. You're wondering why I'm eating 40s because we saw Twitch abilities already. So here we're going for lethal, but he's very aware that we can kill him with the W flash into proc passive, right? That's Kai'Sa special. Kai'Sa specific. Oh, maybe we can kill his Twitch, by the way. E forward, auto Q with barrier. I'm getting spaced a little bit here, I remember, but auto Q with barrier. Nice. So Kai'Sa specific is lethal. The way you kill someone on Kai'Sa in the early game is using your W, okay? I see a lot of you guys in low elo. Oh, there's an auto cancel W, by the way. Like I said, the way you kill people with Kai'Sa is your W. The trick I did there was I last hit a minion to make it look like that I was just last hitting. So Nami didn't know, you know, wasn't aware that I was trying to kill her. And then I just fired W right when I auto-attacked, right? So it kind of disguised your W. But what I was saying is Kai'Sa's playmaking potential comes from her W in the early game. You need the W to hit for your all-in, right? If you ever hear me talk about turn-based gameplay in my coaching, or if you hear high-level players say League is a turn-based game, Kai'Sa's turn, well, we can define turn as the thing that lets you like do the most damage or make the most plays or whatever, like Blitzcrank hook, right? Kai'Sa's turn is her W in the early game. You have to hit this. You know, if you miss your W, you don't have a turn unless somehow you can proc passive without it, right? Because W is just the fast way to proc passive, and procking passive is how you do the most damage on Kai'Sa in the early game, right? So yeah, that's basically what happened there. Okay, we saw that Twitch's turn was used, his W and his E, and then I still had my turn, my W, so I fought more, right? That's basically it. League in a nutshell is about who's using their turn better, who is getting more value out of their turn, who's missing their turn, like missing a Jin W, very bad, right? And yeah, that's basically the PvP in a nutshell. Anyways, we saw them go mid for some reason, so we just crashed. And then we're going to stay here because we know they're going to gank. Okay, yeah. So this is a classic Twitch trick. They show in a different lane, and they immediately come back and gank their own lane with the jungle. This is what you saw here. So Sona tried to get a ward down, or I'm not sure, maybe she was trying to clear vision, but I knew they were coming back immediately, right? You have to be very aware of how they can, you know, how the enemy jungle can come bot. And in this case, you know, Rek'Sai can perma come bot. It's not like Sona can really do anything about it, right? You can't really fight them back. So it's kind of free pickings for them. Here, I'm just going to try and cancel his base last second. You can see me just waiting, right? And then they're like invading our, you know, we have to ping our mid off that, you know, they're invading. And I think we're going to try and fight this Twitch here, but the Rek'Sai is still bot. So here we're fighting this Twitch here. But as you can see here, we can actually never kill him because I have no W, right? My turn's already used because I used it to cancel him. And Rek'Sai was still here, but luckily I found a nice OT resource to escape the gank. So it actually ended up being really good for us. Anytime, if you didn't know, right? If you're a lower elo, you don't know. Getting ganked is not necessarily a bad thing. If you get ganked and you waste the enemy jungle's time like we just did, I traded my ult to waste his time. Twitch has no advantage because he based, he didn't crash. My Jace got 2 camps off that, while Rek'Sai was busy jerking off trying to kill us, right? So the way you're going to have the most impact bot lane, if you guys are wondering how you're supposed to influence the rest of the game as the ADC position, is you win lane so you can bait the enemy jungle to waste time bot. And also, you can unlock your support to go roam, right? So in this case, we just saw that 4 people show top. I think it's Scion that's gonna match me bot, so we need to crash safely without dying to Scion out, right? That's what you should be thinking in your head, right? It's never really just like walking up to the minions and killing them. That's like just something you could do automatically. You should be thinking like on a macro scale, like strategy wise, like what should I be doing and why, right? So I should be hitting the tower because everyone else is topside, right? Still don't know where the Scion is. I'm pretty sure. Oh, there he is. Okay. I was gonna say, is standing here maybe the best? Maybe I should be standing in a spot where I can easily dodge a Scion off. But yeah. So there's 44 top, and then now it's 1v1 against the Scion. You're like, okay, how can I get the wave without dying to Scion? That's what you should be thinking. Okay. So here I'm just trying to get the wave. You know, not trying to do anything crazy. I'm like ready to like not die to Scion out. Maybe I can flash, right? I'm gonna try E first probably. Oh, I'm like, oh, gonna get hit. Maybe not. We just fight back. He's got his Q still, by the way, so we're just doing our best here. Okay, dodge a Q. Surprised he didn't ulti. Maybe he used it already. Proc our passive, call it a day. Now we need to crush the next wave, right? So, but on this wave, Rek'Sai and Nami and Twitch are here, right? So you have to be very, very, very aware of who can fight you on this wave. And generally speaking, as ADC, if your jungle is not playing with you on this wave, your teammates, then you are gonna die to their team playing on this wave. So for example, if I had tried to fight the wave, then Sang would have ulted me with Nami behind him or Rek'Sai behind him, and it would have been completely unplayable, right? So here I have Jace trying to play with me on my wave, right? You see this, Jace? He's sitting in the bush. He's helping me crash this wave, right? He's not like physically helping me. Oh, we see Rek'Sai. He's not physically helping me, but his presence is helping me crash the wave. Because if they try and fight us, then we're gonna fight them, right? We're gonna kill them, which is what we're trying here. So Jace goes for this EQ. We're like kind of looking for a dive angle, but it doesn't look easy. We're doing this because we saw Rek'Sai top, by the way, right? If you didn't know, half the game is spent looking at the minimap to decide what you want to do. So for you people in low elo, maybe you don't want to worry about this yet because you need to work on your PvP. Things like you're wasting your Kai'Sa W's, so you can't even win what's on your screen. I need to go home here. So maybe you should work on that first. But yeah, you should be working on the map stuff once you do the mechanical stuff. Here, we're just rotating because it seems like a fight's going on, so I want to look to ulti. But it looks like I just go home. They probably didn't need me. Oh, okay, maybe they do need me. We just fight here. Look for our W here. Ulti. It's 155 mana for R and W, so that's what we're looking for. Now I'm not gonna use my ulti because I used my E. And then I have a W here. Oh, or I could just kill him with ulti. That's fine. Totally fine. I need to go home anyways. We will take it. Not sure what they're doing, but yeah. Again, when you are looking to fight, I am not thinking about how I'm gonna do damage. The entire time, I'm thinking about what abilities do I need. What are their turns that are still up? So back to our turn-based discussion. You can do your turn on Kai'Sa, which is our W, and auto attacking. After you have dodged enemy turns, things like Diana ult, things like Nami ult, things like Nami bubble, right? Things like Scion ult. If you haven't solved for the enemy turn, you instantly die. And that's like the main complaint with ADC mains is that you just like instantly die, right? So, okay, so here we're not going to the fight. We're going to push mid. Reason being is Urgot's top, right? So how do we contest this? He's clearly not TPing. I don't even know if he has TP. And then we see Twitch top. Okay, now we can fight, right? You see how that works? The entire game is played on the map. The decision making only makes sense. Like the thing on your screen only makes sense if the decision making is correct. Here you see me hitting the closest guy. You can argue I shouldn't have wasted my W on the Scion. I think it's okay, but I would agree you could hold W there because that is my turn, right? And yeah, the fight was bad until we saw Twitch top, right? Because if Twitch had shown up and we had committed to contesting the dragon, we would have been wiped. They would have gone the dragon mid tower, and Urgot would have just gone top tower. That's it, right? Somehow Twitch killed Urgot, by the way. So here you see I have 5 kills, right? It's just all good decision making. Minus the one gank by Rek'Sai. Here I'm trying to get the wave clearly. You don't try and kill this Scion. You do not want to die to Rek'Sai here. Remember, it is not just you're never really just what you see is not what you get until you see everyone on the map. Okay. So yeah, that was pretty risky, honestly. If I got slowed into a Rek'Sai gank, we actually could have died because I have no resources. I have no flash. I have no ulti. My E is not very quick, and I have no boots, you know. But we got away with it, so we'll take it. Okay, now this is where the build deviates the most from the Rage Blade stuff. Okay, so we're going collector here, and our ISO Q play is actually really strong. I think you're gonna see later that I'm gonna be able to all in someone because of my insane Q damage. But I think the reason why this build works is twofold. One, there's some special interaction with Dirk lethality and extra AD and Kraken. I'm pretty sure Kraken, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Kraken scales off of AD, and the lethality also works with the Kraken damage. You saw me back off the wave there, right? Because I didn't know where the enemy team was. And then the second reason is the damage is front loaded. So what that means is I can do my damage immediately. I don't have to stack up the Rage Blade, which is where the Rage Blade damage comes from, right? I just do all my damage immediately. Okay, it looks like we want to push mid and then go top. Always push mid first, right? Don't just drop your waves. The waves, if you're wondering why I'm focusing on the waves so much, is because the waves are how you make money. Oh, here, we're going to fight. I'm trying to look to ulti. Oh, I killed him on accident. But I am looking to all in here, right? Because I saw them use their turns, right? Here, you see me kill this Nami, right? I actually one-shot. Look at this. Oh my god, I actually one-shot her. Dude, just one rotation, she's dead. And I look to fight here. Look to kill this Diana, Q her. I kill her too! Dude, my Q damage is crazy, man. I'm telling you, this build, it looks like I'm killing them so easily, right? And if you're wondering, like, you know, ADC's role in these fights, you know, like, okay, you know, when am I supposed to go to these fights? Remember, your turn comes last. You do damage. Oh yeah, I'm talking about like difference between Rage Blade components and Dirk and Pickaxe here. I think it's a huge diff. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think it's a massive difference. But yeah, in terms of like turn order, the ADC does its damage last usually, right? When it comes to turn order, like who goes first? Things like Blitzcrank hook support. Things like people with CC. So it's gonna be like, you know, if you're playing Ashe, your Ashe arrow. If you're playing, you know, your jungler's playing Sejuani, is the Sejuani ult, right? It's the CC. Everyone else goes first, then the ADC auto attacks come, right? So yeah, in the turn order, you have to wait. So that's why, you know, when we go rotate, we do stuff, we gotta push first, and then we can move, right? Being there first doesn't really do anything because nobody's used their abilities yet. You know, obviously you do need to be there if it's an even fight. But you can see here that Jace is bot. I don't know what's going on top. But we're not rotating top because Jace is not there. It's a man disadvantage, right? And I also have no ulti, so what am I gonna do, right? So here we're pushing mid. I'm pretty sure we can take the mid tower because they spend so much time doing the top side play, right? So you can see me doing the mid tower. We're very aware that Diana is coming from bot. Okay, you see Diana. And then we know that Rek'Sai and Sion could be coming. Oh, there's the Sion. Rek'Sai should be behind him. We're dodging the Sion all casually. And then we don't want to really go too hard, but if we can kill him for free, we'll do it. I'm just looking for Rek'Sai now, right? The entire time, I was looking at the map while I was hitting that Sion. I don't know if you know, but I was looking at the map. I'm like, okay, what are they doing? I saw Nami briefly, and she backed up. I'm like, okay, they must be on the Herald. So we're going to go contest the Herald because now I have ulti. So we're going to walk up. I'm looking to kill someone. If we can ulti that guy, we can kill him. Oh, guess not. But we can keep looking. I mean, we're really strong. We have Sono ult. We want to push mid, do dragon here, right? After you kill someone, you want to look for your advantage. So after you kill Sion, our advantage was trying to contest the Void Grubs. I don't think we want to mess with that guy. And then we're going to play the dragon here. My Jace is basing, so I'm looking for a cheese play here. But yeah, Jace just base. We got a one-shot. This is a one-shot play only. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to one-shot this guy. RW, one-shot. And then I flashed a turn. I did all my abilities, call it a day, right? So that's what happened. I used all my abilities, call it a day. And now I'm waiting, okay? And then I have to use my E to run away here. And then try and hit him when he comes out of ulti. And that's the play. That's it. That's basically the game. Okay? So, in how do we carry with Kai'Sa? Okay? The build looks much better than Rageblade because the damage is front-loaded. And it's much easier to play. You can see me just doing the objective here, right? Much easier to play this build. Just follow all your damage with your ISO Q or your Dirk collector Q. And yeah, you don't have to charge up your Rage Blade at all or anything. I don't really value the E upgrade as much. But we're getting it now with the Runons here. And we got Runons because we need that extra move speed and attack speed. So we can, you know, avoid enemy turns with our move speed. And all in the back line with attack speed, right? Yeah, this build, I'm talking about how the build's crazy. But basically, in essence, the way you carry on Kaisa or ADC in general is you play smart so that you don't die to random ganks, you don't get one shot, right? And you're getting as many minions as you can. You might not get all the minions. You notice in this game, I only have 149 out of 18 minutes. We're missing 30, 40 minions here. But it's because they're so scary, right, on the map. With Sion, Rek'Sai, Twitch, Nami. I'm not exactly trying to min-max my CS. I'm trying to min-max my safety. And then in fights, the most important thing was being very aware of enemy turns. My job is to bait out the enemy turns. You see, like, he comes out of stealth, I immediately run. It doesn't matter that you're 10 and 2. Why would you E4 there, right? Your team is not ready to play, right? But then after his turn is over, oh, now we can fight. They have nothing. Looks like they're all in our J's, but oh yeah, I saw that they used everything. Sona ults, Rek'Sai, use my turn on Rek'Sai, call it a day. Right? It's very structured gameplay, okay? They waste their turn, that means you can use your turn, okay? And then if they haven't wasted their turn, I ran away. You just run away. Just stay safe. Kite. You must be patient until your opportunity arrives. And you're watching them like a hawk, okay? Your opportunity is based off how they use their abilities. So you saw that Diana Rek'Sai, used everything on my Jace. Why'd I ulti in there? It looked really scary because I saw their turns were used. And then I combo my turn with Sona's turn. That's it. It's actually kind of black and white in a sense, right? Like, a lot of you guys would be afraid to, like, ulti in there. Like, oh my god, aren't they gonna die? Aren't you gonna give shut down? No. Because how could they kill you? You just feel like, when you play ADC, you feel like you should be afraid of everything. But it's not true. It's you should be afraid of specific things. Okay? It's not that you should be afraid of Rek'Sai in general. You're afraid of something specific. The Rek'Sai knockup. Right? You're not afraid of Urgot in general. You're afraid of Urgot flash flip. Okay? So you need to watch how they use these abilities. And I promise you, you guys probably playing like silver, gold, platinum. If you watch your opponents, you'll quickly realize these guys are using their turn on nothing. They're like flipping the ground. They're legit just like throwing it into the sky. Okay, you see here, they're using their turn, but I can't run into no vision with Vlad being bot, right? Well, I guess Vlad 1v1 Diana, so we can actually fight. But yeah, I didn't realize we could have fought there. Okay, now we kill this guy. Surely. Oh, I missed my W, but we should kill this guy. We saw them use their turn, right? So we use our turn with Sona ult. Call it a day, right? And in this case, my turn is now E into all in. It's not necessarily W focused. It's just auto attack focused. I don't know why Nami's trying to fight that guy, but you can't hit the tower because Rek'Sai is coming from behind. So I'm just gonna do the chickens. Get all the camps, right? And then we're gonna go play bot, right? We do the option that makes the most money, right? You can't do the objective. Oh, okay, the game's over. Then you do the option that makes the most money. But yeah, if you go back and watch any of these fights, you can clearly see the structure. Okay, certain amount of enemy champions, and then there's me. And then if I don't know I want to fight, we just relax. The instant I know I want to fight, I walk up. I observe how they use their turns. Once they've used their turns, I use my turn, and I kill them. And Kaiser's turn specifically is ulti into ISO Q into W proc passive. That's it. That's basically the game in a nutshell. It's super simple, okay? And this build is really easy to play. Just the main spikes to know are cracking Dirk pickaxe is Q upgrade. So ISO Q becomes a turn, not just W base. Earlier we were talking about in laning phase, the early game. Kaiser's W is the main turn. Later it becomes your taxi service. You call an Uber for your ulti. And then it becomes your ISO Q. And then after 3 items or even 4 items, your turn is now E based because you E forward and you all in them. Right? And the entire time, I think that the main takeaways you guys should take away from this video is that you should focus as an ADC, not just Kaiser in general, you should focus on how the enemy is going to play their game in 2 ways. The mechanical way, the micro way. How would they use their turns? How does Nami use her W in lane? How does Nami use her E in lane? That will tell you what your windows of opportunity to fight are. Okay, on your screen. The second thing you need to focus on in ADC is on your map. What am I supposed to be doing based on what the map tells me? So right now, I think most of you guys, it's not that you can't do the things that I just did right now. It's that you guys aren't getting the information. You don't have the habits to get the information. So for now, if you guys are struggling with like dying and not being able to do damage. You should focus on information gathering. Information 1, how are they using their turns? Information 2, what is going on the map and what am I supposed to do because of it? Okay, anyways, hopefully this helped you guys. Me going through a whole gameplay. You know, it's kind of a little bit short, 21 minutes, but this is, I think, is the default in today's League of Legends. So hopefully this will help you guys. And if you have questions and or comments slash, you know, maybe the build's amazing, maybe it's not, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But yeah, I just hope that this video helped you guys, for those of you that watched it. So thank you. I will see you guys later. And yeah, stop by the stream and stay high. I stream pretty much every day, twitch.tv/xFSN Saber. So would appreciate it if you guys said hi. So yeah, anyways, have a good one, guys.